We are coming at you early this week on locks as well as official prediction against the plainsmen Eagle of Auburn. Go Tiger, Coach O. Who the heck knows? I don't care. All I want to do is exercise some demons and beat up on the little brother that is Auburn. We're going to give you locks right after this.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. I'm Daniel. He is Clint. And sometimes Clint, the big brother, goes off to high school, and doesn't do great on the math test.
No, he doesn't. Not unlike our title sponsor, BetOnline. They did great on the math test.
Yeah, good segue. But when the big brother comes home,
yes,
sometimes he just finds that it's easier, instead of talking about his feelings, instead of studying for math, he just punches the little brother right in the face.
Correct.
That's what he likes to do. That's what we hope Georgia's going to be doing this weekend.
I hope little brother gets a little annoying and we just take a fork out on Thanksgiving table and stick it in his hand.
Just stick it right in his hand. Auburn coming to Athens on Saturday. It's a rivalry game.
Yep.
They still consider themselves our rivals.
Well, that's a hard one.
It's tough. Brian Harsin, no longer employed, but still coaching.
Look, if you don't know what a ghost coach is, you are watching Brian Harsin's before you get to see him on Saturday.
That's right. So we've got predictions for this game. We've got predictions for other games on the slate on Saturday. But, Clint, I'm going to let you go first this week with your official Georgia prediction. Now, the line is 29.5, and the over-under of this game is an even 50. So choose carefully what you will say from henceforth. How's this game going to go on Saturday? Who's going to win, and what's the final score going to be?
Daniel, I have long been a person that has hated from the early days of my UGA fandom, hated Auburn with a dying passion.
Sure.
Couldn't stand them. I
don't care for Auburn, personally.
No, I definitively hate them. Daniel, it's bad. Jordan-Hare Stadium is one of my least liked stadiums all across football. This line is too much, people. This is too much. I am tempted for the first time, I think, in a long time to take...
Ever. This would be the first time either of us have ever locked up the opponent of Georgia.
I'm not going to do it, but I'll tell you what. That's a lot of points. I don't like it. Okay, so stay away. This game is going to be 33-15, Georgia. 33-15. I'm hedging my bet. I'm putting that 15 out there for a reason. 33-15. 33-15. Yes.
Georgia.
Correct.
I need a win in my life. So I'm going to say that the final score of this game is going to be 35-14.
Ooh.
And I do think a Georgia blowout is in play. I can see where this number comes from. I do think a Georgia blowout is in play. I don't think a one-score game is in play. I believe Georgia will win this game by 2 scores in every scenario. But there are scenarios where we hate our life the whole game and we're miserable basically the whole way through.
Cool. By the way, also, reminder, don't throw away your buckets.
Never throw away you rinse it out and you reuse it. It's
yes, sir.
wasteful. It's
Yes,
bad
sir.
for the environment. Consider Mother Earth and reuse your buckets. 34-14. I think the safest bet, if you're going to make a bet in this game, is the over. I think I'm not going to bet it. I'm not going to lock anything up about this game because, spoiler alert, I may never bet on Georgia football again for the rest of my life.
I'm not for a while. I'll tell you that much.
I do think that's the safest bet if you're going to bet on something. You're going to be back tomorrow breaking down some of our thoughts of like what we actually
We're
think
going to go
is gonna
position by
happen in this
position,
game.
Offense, defense, Daniel. Yes, absolutely. That's going to be
Who Auburn
tomorrow.
is, and
yes.
so we're a little
Let's
out
get
of order
accounted to them because they got a new quarterback behind the helm, Daniel, which gives me a lot of confidence in this game that a blowout could be at hand because of that fact.
That is accurate. So we're a little out of order this week, so we're gonna be coming back and doing that. But we wanted to get these locks out to you today on Wednesday, and so we're gonna come back in the next two segments, and we are going to rattle off some winners. Tough week last week.
No, we were fine.
We're coming back.
We're coming back. Hey, we'll let you know our partners at Nissan have worked with us to create a new segment across the Locked On College Football Network titled Thrilling Moments. We're highlighting the most exciting plays from UGA's weekend game throughout the history of UGA. This weekend's thrilling moment is brought to you by Daniel. The offense in the final drive, just deciding Daijun Edwards needs to go ahead and just milk that clock. By the way, how much do you miss Matt Luke right now? Side note, milk that clock and get us a score. That was a thrilling last drive to go ahead, cap that win, get us out on top. We loved it. I know you loved it as well, listener. This segment has been inspired by the thrilling new design features across Nissan's new lineup of vehicles. Pursue what thrills you in the all-new Frontier, Armada, or Pathfinder today. Available now at nissanusa.com.
All right, Clint, let's start in on some locks, and I'm going to go first.
So, again, record shows no locks in the Georgia game. We're not taking the points.
No locks.
We're not taking the over-under at all.
If I had to bet one in the office pool, I'd bet the over, but I'm not touching any of it.
No, sir.
I'll tell you what a SEC game I am going to touch, though, Clint.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
There's a lot of lines this week. Normally, here's the strategy. If a line doesn't make any sense to you, you lean into it. You bet the thing that doesn't make sense.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So that would inspire me to say, lay the points with Georgia, for example. Bet the thing that doesn't make any sense. But there are so many games this week that don't make sense to me that I have to do the opposite. And so I'm going to be giving you a lot of picks that are just, quite frankly, I don't understand how this team...
Head scratching.
I don't understand how this team is either catching this many or giving this few points.
And if you think that's a bad philosophy, look at last week.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to start. Yeah, look at last week when the obvious bet was to pick Kansas plus the points.
By the way,
because Kansas is obviously the better team.
I did that.
Guess who else is obviously the better team, Clint? Tennessee is obviously better than LSU.
Thank you,
Clint.
Daniel. Thank you.
I know it's in Death Valley. It's
Whatever.
at 11 a.m. local time. So
Death Valley at night or Death Valley during the day?
They ain't going to be doing anything egregious.
No.
Tennessee is laying 3 points? 3?
3? You telling me there's only 3?
3? Yeah. I'm going to be laying those points with Tennessee. This is a team that has got its sights set on Alabama.
Yes.
But it is not going to look ahead over this game. You cannot go to LSU and overlook this team. If they were playing Vanderbilt this week, that's an opportunity for them to putz around and not cover the spread because they're looking ahead to this Alabama game that's coming down the pipe. But they're not going to overlook this game. And Tennessee is just so much better than LSU. I'm going to lay those 3, and I'm going to do it quickly.
Double that up and make room for all the other people that are coming through because Tennessee is the better team. LSU is not particularly good. Brian Kelly is having his struggle down there. this early on. Look at last week against the aforementioned Tiger Plainsmen, Daniel, and it wasn't good. I know they got the ship righted, but you don't get 14 quick to Auburn like that. But it was ugly, Daniel. And I know the same can be said about us, which is, again, I'm not betting on Georgia to cover. So
thank you.
So here's my logic. Give me Tennessee. Absolutely. Doubling up on that. I'm going to give you an over-under, Daniel, that I just find juicy, enticing, and I don't know what is happening because one of two realities is going to happen. Nick Saban is going to shove his entire leg down Jimbo's throat.
Oh.
Okay? Or Jimbo is going to make a game out of this, and both teams are going to score, Daniel. One of those two things is going to happen.
Okay. Well,
50
one of those scenarios involves Texas A&M scoring, so I don't know if that's going to be it.
51.5 is the spread, or is the total. Daniel, Nick Saban going to do that on his own.
Yeah.
Okay? Give me the over in this game. 51.5 is the over I'm running with.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. There's no scenario where Alabama loses to Texas A&M.
Do not sprinkle on that money line.
Not a single scenario where that happens. But can we just quickly rattle through the fade Virginia?
Virginia's bad.
Don't ever bet on Virginia. In fact, always bet on the other team.
There it is.
So Louisville -3.5 at Virginia. That I don't have to explain it any more than that because fade Virginia always.
I can't do that because I don't know who Louisville is, but I do understand the principle that you fade Virginia.
It's not going to cash every week.
No, but
team,
most
no
weeks it
team
will.
goes winless against the spread.
No.
But it's going to cash way more often than it doesn't, and it's going to make you money over the course of the season.
Daniel, I'm going to go to Pac-12 action before we go to break. And let me tell you this right now. Pac-12 is crazy. It's insane. You're stupid for betting on it. And those are all things that I classify myself as under. Oregon State took USC to the brink.
Yep.
They got boat raced.
Then what happened?
They got boat raced by Utah.
This is accurate.
They get a get-right game against Stanford, Daniel. The point spread is
a team you can get right against.
That's a team you can get right against. Brian Shaw going to be out of Stanford soon, which is stupid because they should be happy they have him and count their blessings. Oregon State is only they're laying 7, Daniel. It's only a touchdown. It's not the touchdown, the hook. I feel great about this. Give me the Beavs -7.
I like it. All of these bets for you, the people, we give these to you so that you can make money. And the best place for you to wager these is at BetOnline. BetOnline is your online sportsbook experts, and they are the place that Clint and I go to place all of our wagers online. They're safe, they're easy, they're reliable, they're fast. They are simple. You go there, you register, you sign up for an account, you make a deposit, you enter the promo code Locked On, you get a bonus on your initial deposit, and then you take that bonus, you take that money, and you use it to bet on spreads, you use it to bet on parlays, you use it to bet on over-unders. You use it months and months and months ago, Clint, to bet on a ticket for the Braves to win the National League East.
Right here.
Then what happens, Clint?
It cashes.
It cashes because we just out here chopping.
Ooh, chop.
What we're doing.
Ooh, chop.
Okay. BetOnline is your online sportsbook experts. They are the official sportsbook partner of the Locked On Bulldogs podcast and the only place Clint and I go to place all of our wagers online. That's BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts.
Daniel,
Clint,
you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm going to take you to my hometown here, to Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh no, Daniel.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. You're going to go ahead and want to lay them with Ole Miss. That's what you're going to want to do in this game. Ole Miss coming to town. 18.5 is the number, and you're going to want to go ahead and lay them. Ole Miss, the second best team in the SEC West. They are also a team that has got their eye on that game against Alabama, but they are just methodically plodding along, taking care of business along the way. Big win for them last week against the the team that your boy has been saying has been overrated for weeks, Kentucky Wildcats. Big win for Ole Miss last week. And I think you're going to see the offense continue to grow for Ole Miss, and that defense is very solid
I'll tell you what, that defense is solid.
That defense is very solid already. I don't think Vanderbilt scores too many points in this game. I might like the under as well, but I'm going to lay the points with Ole Miss 18.5 at Vandy.
Daniel, this was as I was running down the list before came through. That caught my eye in a hurry. Mm-hmm. I am waiting to see if that action changes any because I don't know if I want to know what the public's perception on Ole Miss is. They got a nail-biting win against Kentucky at home. Okay, and Kentucky, a top 10 team. So I'm going to watch that line as the week progresses. Mm-hmm. See if I can't. I have a sneaking suspicion somebody's going to. There's not going to be a lot of action on that game. Because of perception, but I'm curious by it because I think you're on the right side of that 100%. I'm going to go to a team that is not good. Again, Daniel, here's some things. Team not good, hasn't shown to be good, and a team that is playing at peak performance. This is what I want. Ohio State Buckeyes about to buzzsaw Mel Tucker.
Lay them.
Lay the 25.5. Ohio State's giving 25.5. I understand that's a whole lot of points. Mel Tucker's team is atrocious. Daniel, I might take Iowa with the points against Michigan State. Okay, I shouldn't do that. That's awful. But I will take the under in every Iowa game possible.
And never bet on them.
Never bet on them. I fooled me once. I fooled me 300 times. Ohio State is giving 25.5. Lay those points.
Double it up. Lay them. Here's where I'm going to go with that. Not with that, but after that, I'm going to go to a team that is maybe at their peak value right now.
Oh yeah, no, I see what you're. Okay, get them while they're hot.
There's no time that you could get in to fade this team when they're performing this well. The team is Georgia Tech. There's never going to be a time this season when Georgia Tech looks as good as they do right now. They are coming off a win in which they were 22-point dogs against Pittsburgh. A win on the field. People are talking about now, Jeff Collins is gone. Maybe this team is going to play inspired football. Maybe this team's going to turn it around. Maybe this team's going to rally around the new interim head coach. No, they just won the game.
Answer's no.
They just won that game. They're still not any good at playing football. Duke is still a much better team than them.
Yep.
I was always going to bet on Duke in this game. But now Duke is only laying 3 points.
Love that no hook. Game. Love that.
So give me another -3. Give me Duke -3 at Georgia Tech. I got 2 road favorites in Tennessee and Duke, both laying 3, both of them on the road. And I could not feel better about both of those bets.
Okay. Daniel, I'm going with the team that has captivated my attention. I have already been very, very blessed by them. Daniel, they have served me so well this year.
I love to hear it. A team that gives.
They're giving.
Generous team.
They're giving points to me. They're giving money to me. Mm-hmm. The UCLA Bruins have got my attention, Daniel.
Okay. And a team that takes.
A team,
some would say,
that takes. Uh-huh. They are getting 4.5 points against Utah. Utah's a good team. Utah is a good team. Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
But I'm getting 4.5. Okay. They're at home. Okay. And UCLA is feeling themselves, Daniel. Okay. And they are rolling. Utah not feeling themselves. Utah struggles. Here's who Utah struggles against. You want to go toe-to-toe? You want to go one-on-one with them and just try to bash them in the brains? Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Chip Kelly, does he want to do that? No, sir.
Oh, Lord, no.
No.
Chip Kelly's never seen a fight he didn't want to run away from.
No, sir. Give me UCLA catching 4.5 at home.
There are so many lines that don't make any sense this week, Clint. Why is Kansas State only giving 2 to Iowa State?
Why is Iowa State not?
Why is Illinois only giving 3.5 at home to Iowa?
Iowa is bad, y'all. Like, historic bad.
You could bet on both of those games. I don't know. I probably will. But I'm going to go here, Clint. We say a lot, fool me once. Shame on you. But
We do.
what's the opposite of that? Like, give me a gift once.
Reward me once.
Yeah, reward me once. Good for you.
Yeah.
Reward me twice. Doubly good for me. Like, good for me. I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
Look, this is how axioms are made, people.
This is how sayings are invented. No, who knows how words are formed? I don't know. He just shrewded it. Boston College at home as a huge underdog? Have we heard this before?
I heard it just this last week, Daniel, by 14 and a half.
Last week, and it cashed wildly. 20 and a half points. They're an underdog to the Clemson Tigers. Now, listen. I made money on Clemson last week against NC State. Didn't give them out as a lock, but a little late action. Your boy was trying to catch up on his card.
We were catching. We were trying
out there
to keep
chasing.
up.
Okay, we were out there chasing. But this week, it's just a little bit too much. Boston College can play a little bit. Phil Jurkovec can lead that team a little bit.
Yeah, that defense.
That young coach he's fiery. Okay, Clemson is not all that good. Now, there might be time.
No.
There might be time, Clint.
Hey, look. Hey, look, Daniel.
Hey.
There
might be time.
You think there's time for Clemson to turn around?
There might be time. But
look, if you just keep on chopping cilantro, you'll get things right.
That is what I've always said.
I've always said that.
The tacos will taste better.
They will.
Boston College plus 20 and a half against Clemson. That's my final lock. Clint's out. Clint's out of the podcast. He quit the podcast.
This has been Locked On Bulldogs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We'll see you guys later.
All right, we'll see you.